Hey guys, it's your Kirby Rose Girls here. Chanza, Kanika, we're sisters. And we're here for our weekly Wednesday chat. Whoop, whoop. Ooh, don't mean to touch my microphone. Sorry about that. Hey, Celestially Yours. What's up? Thank you for joining us. So, today's our weekly Wednesday chat, and we are here to talk about
why we do what we do.
Why we do what we do.
I guess you could tell from all of our posts before. We love it.
We love it. We love what we do. We really enjoy. Hey, baby nurse guru, what's up? Thank you for joining us. She's a baby nurse. That's such a cool job.
Yeah.
Babies all day, every day. I know I've got a little baby fever. Sue me. Okay.
No, right? No, I appreciate baby nurses because
they're amazing. Yes, they're necessary.
Yes, they are.
Oh my gosh.
So helpful.
Yes.
I remember when we had our first, my late husband James was like, yeah, our first baby was born an emergency C-section, and she was 5 weeks early. And I remember James, before we brought her home, she was in NICU for maybe 4 or 5 days, and he was like, I mean, it was kind of like a crazy experience, but I'm kind of glad because they taught me how to change a diaper. Like, I didn't feel like I had to take it all on.
Being
a first-time parent all at once, you know? And I looked at him like, boy, please. I've been ripped and kicked the cane here.
She's been through it.
You'll
Okay.
be all right. Let's go home.
But yeah, we love baby nurses, and
they're very helpful. Because they taught us like, okay, this is how. Because it's a daughter, so he's like, okay, so this is how we help her put her diaper on. It was just so cute. And I'm like, because we have a brother who's he's 18 years younger than me, so I already have experience. I already had experiences with babies, so it was like,
it was no biggie for our side.
But our nurses were so helpful in like the feeding schedules and diaper change, change the diaper when you feed right after you feed.
Sleep schedules,
the feeding and the diaper change.
I mean, they're awesome.
Okay. Anyway,
so
sorry, I got off topic.
How much we love baby nurses.
Sorry. And it was
they're lovely and necessary. But okay, getting back on track. Why we do what we do. So for me, I don't know if you all have been on our website and read our bios at all. Neither of us were in fashion or retail before we opened Kirby Rose. She is a trained writer, marketing professional, and I was in policy and worked in law offices and stuff like that. So we were totally not...
It wasn't on our radar.
It wasn't on our radar.
Even in high school, we didn't work in retail or in bridal shops. In which bridal shops are a tad bit different.
They're a little
than
bit
regular
different than a regular retail store, because
so,
it's there's a lot more emotion involved. There's a lot more expectation involved, as you all know. A lot of girls think about their wedding or how they want to look on their wedding day for sometimes years before they get engaged and stuff like that. So it is a little bit different. But yeah, we didn't have necessarily retail backgrounds. We had more, I guess you could say, corporate. Yeah. I know definitely for Kanika, she definitely had corporate background. But for me, fashion has always been a part of my life. I love fashion. I used to change my clothes often as a kid. Into different outfits and stuff, because I just felt like, I feel like changing, so I'm gonna change my clothes. I mean, I was always in my mom's closet, playing with her clothes and her shoes and stuff. I just love clothes. Even had a thought in college about going to school for fashion merchandising, but I was so laser focused on legal that it just kind of went out the window, because you get on a track and family expectations and stuff, and you just kind of it just kind of went away. But I came back around to it because I love it so much.
Now, for our Curvy Rose fans that watch This Is Us, you know, because last night, Beth's origin story,
I missed it.
So what Chauncey was saying is basically what we're talking about. And Beth, you know, how Beth, you know, was a dancer. She was really a great dancer. Yes. And her mom was very strict and all about, like, you know, you have to be on a set path that's gonna support you
a success and you know, a star, whatever.
Well, just to support, like, that will support you. And her dad was just so supportive. I mean, not that mom wasn't either, but mom was just, you know, that's Phylicia Rashad. You know, she clear hustles.
Yeah,
so
Phylicia Rashad plays her mom.
So she was okay, we're gonna pay for this school for you to dance, but you know, and you're gonna put all you know everything into it. But we're gonna, you know, and her dad was like very supportive of her dancing. But in that, she lost her after her. I'm not gonna tell you everything because some of y'all haven't seen it.
What?
But there were some events that occurred that got her, because you don't know Beth as a dancer.
No,
right?
we know
so
her
there were
as
some
like
things that happened in her life.
Some type of exec or something like
so
that,
she
right?
was an urban planner.
Okay,
so,
urban planning.
So there were some things that happened, and it got her off track.
She got off track.
And I resonated with so much with that episode because you know, so many of us women, for what different reasons, whether it be family pressure or societal pressure, we start off so exuberant and excited about life, and somewhere along the line we often lose our way, you know, and we lose our way in tapping into our passions and what we love to do. And I think in my case, although I do love my writing, I always knew that I liked doing other things other than writing. I mean, because writing can be a very solitary, isolating type of activity.
Yeah.
And I, you know, I am a professional writer, so that's, you know, what I did. But I realized, like, I like doing other stuff. I like people. So I'm not an introvert. So for me to be in a hovel, that's just not my personality. Although I have that talent, that gift of writing. So ongoing, you know, of course, our mother was like, you better get a job that can support you.
So entrepreneurship.
Just think Phylicia Rashad, and then there's our mother. And over time, I just didn't know how to dream. So when Beth and her mom are discussing at the table, and Beth said, I don't know how to dream anymore. That's where I was with my husband. I didn't know he had so many ideas and great. I mean, people who know him or friends of his, they'll tell you, like, he always had ideas for a business or ideas for what you could do to make your own professional life better, or you know, he would drop a podcast on you, you know, or you know, or like just say, have you read that book on da 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 da? And it would be something specific to your need. And he was just always such an out of box thinker, and he was my heir. So if you've seen that episode, you know what I'm talking about. He was my heir, and when he, you know, unexpectedly and unfortunately passed away, I lost my heir for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm still grasping for air at times, but it's something about being here at Curvy Rose and serving our brides that gives me that little bit of air to just keep going forward, to keep pushing forward. And so today, I just encourage you ladies, keep pushing forward. If you haven't seen that episode, and I know for a lot of us, This Is Us is it's too emotional.
It's a lot, and I can't watch a lot of the episodes, but I can always hook in because I watch like the whole like first season, and then I watch certain strategic episodes because sometimes I just start bawling, and I can't keep it together, and so I have to just kind of. Now she's better at watching it because it's more therapeutic and engaging for her, but for me, I'm just kind of like you know, because like I can't take it,
and some of us can't, and I totally understand. But if you don't check out any others, try and watch this particular one because it really, as a woman,
I love Beth and Randall.
I love them. They'll be all right. but it's all about Beth in this particular. It's all about Beth in this particular episode,
Okay.
and it reminded me of me, and I think it will tap into a lot of what a lot of women are feeling nowadays. That our lives, we've been conditioned to follow a path that may provide for us because we want security, no doubt,
right?
But
that's big.
But and in that we lose our passion for the things that bring us life and joy. And our children bring us life and joy. Of course they do. And our husbands do too, and our family and all that. But there's something about you as an individual, as a woman, as a bride. You are the center. You are the spoke in the wheel. Without you and without your joy, the rest of it doesn't work. It doesn't work the way it should, I'll say that. So Beth realized that what she's been doing, even in her professional life, although it brought some level of success and fulfillment, it wasn't the thing that brought her joy. And that is why even with her children, she has moments of joy, but over time it just builds and builds and builds.
It does.
And then you just check out.
Yeah.
And then you're just doing, and you're almost detached from yourself.
Yeah, and it's just like you're going through the motions. And
You
that's
are.
a lot of
You
times the
are.
way that I felt in previous jobs. You're just going through the motions. You're just trying to get the job done. You're trying to meet the deadline. You're trying to please the manager or whomever is telling you need to do something, But here I get to express my creativity. Here I get to express my artistic side. Like, it's something that I never really...
Like the style shoot we were on.
Yeah,
on
we
Sunday.
did a style shoot on Sunday. That was like, style shoots are one of my... It's stressful in one sense, but in the other sense, I get so much satisfaction.
She does.
Oh my gosh, you just don't understand. When I see the photos at the end of all that hard work and crawling around on my hands and knees and sweating and all the crazy stuff that I have to do to make it work, when I see the finished product, it is like water to my soul. It is
It's nourishing.
everything. I love it.
And it's the same thing
I live
with
for it.
our, our dresses and seeing our brides, find the one, or just,
Yes.
or even when they just share their experiences at other places, or even just
when they're super anxious
or their anxiety and they share their story with us.
Yes, when they're super anxious and ashamed, and we can get them to see themselves as beautiful. That, again, nourishing to our souls. That is what it's all about. When you can get past all the clutter of the negative body shaming that you've experienced and get into that person and say, I see you.
Yeah.
And
I
care about you.
All of us, all we want is to
be seen
is to
and
be
understood.
Understood
Yeah,
and accepted.
absolutely.
At the end of the day, that's all we want. We all want to be loved, right?
Yeah.
So, and in all of that, we are connected to each other. We can isolate ourselves off for a time, and there's some part of self-care and self-love that needs to happen.
Absolutely.
But we do not flourish as a human, just as a human, on our own by ourselves. Okay?
Yeah.
So, watch that episode if you don't watch any other this season. And you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just, you got to return to your first love. And as a woman, you don't want to look back. Like, I don't know if many of you listened to Glenn Close's acceptance speech for the Golden Globes, and she mentioned her mother, and she looks back and she's like, wow, you're living out the dream that I had.
Yeah.
And we have, as women, we have so many opportunities, but sometimes we just get so caught up in, I don't want to upset my mom.
Yeah. Or I don't want to upset my family or my parents.
And so you gotta find that outlet. I'm talking to myself. I'm preaching to myself, y'all, because it's so easy when you have children, especially children as young as mine, to just be so completely consumed with them that you don't take stock of who was I before then.
Yeah.
Who was I before I married? Who was I? And what dreams did I have? And in my case, I didn't even allow myself to dream.
Yeah.
And then when I got the dream, it went away.
Yeah, it did.
So God obviously had something deeper that he wanted to bring out of me.
Yeah.
And over time I've had to give into that. I've chosen on purpose to give into that. And he gave me this.
Yeah, Kirby Rose.
So anyway, I'm done talking. I know it's a little bit more serious. It's a gloomy day out there. And usually I'm really like goofy and all that, but you know, this is why we do what we do, because we love it. And everything that I've learned on every job that I've ever had, I use every day here.
We do.
And
we use all of it.
And that is the beauty of it all. You know, just pursue your joy, even if it's just in a little way.
Even if it's in little ways, like, you know, I used to look at fashion magazines all the time. That was my fashion outlet at the time. I used to have stacks and stacks
Her
and
In Style
stacks
were like
of In Style magazines, just filling up like a closet. And I had to get rid of it because it's becoming a fire hazard, you know. But I love fashion magazines. That's just my thing. And so that's where I would get inspiration, and even like, and heck, going out shopping like with my family members. Like, I don't know how to shop for myself so well, but go and shop for them. Oh, it's so much fun. It's like, ooh, what do you think of this? And what do you think of that? Because it's just in me. It's innate, and I love doing it. So, you know, I've come back to it, and it has been a really, really fun.
And it just even
fulfilling
getting to know
time.
You all has really been fun
too.
And so, you know,
getting to help other people in the process of seeing themselves as beautiful and fulfilling those dreams that they've always had is a really special moment that we, as business owners, love, and you know, we cherish those times. So, at any rate, I think that's all we've got to chat about today. Again, we know it's a little bit more serious and a little bit more emotional and stuff, but you know, we're multifaceted people. We have, you know, some days are high, some days are goofy, some days are cloudy, some days are serious, you know. So at any rate, we'll be back on Friday. So thank you for joining us today. We hope to see you on Friday.
And just a quick, you know, if you want to watch any of our videos from today or in the past, and you can go to our website at kirbyrose.com/blog. And you have them all posted there.
And they're all posted. You can go back like weeks and weeks and weeks, and you can
watch those there. And then you know, be on the lookout for some sneak peeks from our style shoot from Sunday.
Yes, those are
on our Instagram and our Facebook page.
Yes, indeed.
They really turned out really beautiful.
Gorgeous.
And we're excited. And you know, we really enjoy working with other wedding professionals too.
Absolutely.
And this particular shoot was a really great experience to do that.
Yeah.
And so shout out to all of those who participated in that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and right now for our appointments, we're fully booked. So even though you may call us or whatever to see if we have any openings, you're welcome to do that. We might have some cancellations here and there, but for the month of March, we're pretty much we're booked at present.
Yeah.
So and so just to let you know that. And I think that's it with announcements.
Yep, that's it. So anyways, have a good day. Have a good Wednesday, and we'll see you soon.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.